I've decided we're gonna go ahead with chapter 4. I don't know if we'll get the whole thing done today, but we are going to try our best. Let's see. We gotta get to library. Oh, also, I really highly recommend you guys play Oxenfree if you haven't played it yet. It is so good. Especially if you play continued the timeline. Oh, like I said, don't want to spoil it, but like, holy crap, this is so good. Okay, welcome home. Yeah, let me see if we can. Oh, there you go. That works. Okay, so load. And if you guys remember, we had just been left on our own. Um, and so we're going up to the clinic. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic, its secrets enticing you to find a way in. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's like a magnet has been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits this compulsive frequency. Also, I may talk about this further in the theory video, but I also do wonder, are we the only ones that are affected by this? If Tabitha were here, would she feel the tug? Is it just a Scarlet thing? Or is it that we're an outsider, so to speak, coming in and like maybe a Scarlet is needed to set right what our family did? Oh, explore and knock the. I also like this one. You can do this one and bring Reese in. Also, you can do this. I kind of want to do this. You've aged at least a decade in the past day. That's gotta be a medical anomaly, right? Maybe you can see if Dr. Kelly can give you a checkout while you figure out a way to explore the rest of the clinic. Also, this is the woodland creature if we chose to talk to animals bit. Your raccoon. You open the door to the clinic. It creaks loudly on its hinges. The interior feels surprisingly modern compared to its exterior, though you can still glimpse the ornate moans of the building peeking through in the decorative molding and overly complicated banister lining the stairway. You can feel that odd sensation again, the nagging pull of whatever it was that wanted you to find it. Hey, Dr. Kelly! But before it can drag you too far into the clinic, Dr. Kelly puts aside her paperwork and makes her way down the hall. Hello, can I help you? Oh, she hasn't seen us yet. What the hell happened to you? You look like you've aged at least a decade since last night. Ghosts made me old. I sacrificed years of my life to exorcise a ghost from Oscar's house last night. So long story. You wouldn't believe me if I told you, but I think I need to see a doctor. I was hoping you could tell me. I'm not feeling too good. Can you help me? I don't have insurance. I'm going to go with this one. I was hoping you could tell me. I'll do my best, so whatever happened to you isn't something I'm familiar with. The exam room is just to your right if you wouldn't mind following me. That's the other thing. Dr. Kelly may be very overprotective of Reese, but she's a good doctor. I've done this route before. She's a very good doctor. The doctor directs you down the hallway and you follow her into the clinic's exam room. I'm just going to start with some general diagnostics, but I'd also like to do some blood work today. If you're I'm not sure how to say that. Amenable to that. She presses the cold metal of her stethoscope to your chest. Explorer, have you heard from Stella? No one knows where she is. I'm telling you, Doc, I'm old because of magic. It's not some kind of disease. I don't like being poked and prodded. Well, I have to pay for this. Give it to me straight, Doc, or you can let the doctor work. I'm going to do this. What? Have you heard from Stella? No one knows where she is. Dr. Kelly briefly removes the stethoscope from your chest. Stella's missing? This is the first I'm hearing about it. I haven't seen her. I'll make sure to check with Reese. I know he hears from her pretty frequently. See, and she is concerned, which, I find interesting. But let's finish this up first. She places the stethoscope back on your chest. And we are going to just let her work. Because keep interrupting her, we won't, Yeah. You quietly let Dr. Kelly work. Have you always had a heart murmur? Oh, that's interesting considering last year I had to go to Iowa, not last year. 2023, I had to go to, no, it was 2024. I had to go to Iowa Heart because my newest doctor confirmed what my previous doctor had said and said, you sound like you have a heart murmur. So I had an EKG and all that. I'm pretty sure I told you guys about that. It turned out to be nothing, but I just think this is interesting. Have you always had a heart murmur? No doctor has ever said you had a heart murmur. Before you can answer, she attaches blood pressure cuff to your arm, inflating it with a few quick pumps of the bulb. The ends of your fingers tingle numbly as the cuff constricts. I don't know. I don't see Dr. Often. I have a heart murmur? Is that bad? I'm going to ask her this one. I have a heart murmur? Is that bad? So it is new. I suppose you could have developed it at any point since your last checkup, but it is something that sometimes happens with age. Though developing one overnight, along with new wrinkles and gray hair, is not something that happens. The pressure on your arm finally releases. Blood rushes back into your fingertips. Your blood pressure is definitely higher than I would expect for someone of your age. Oh, also, I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but according to the developers, when we first come to Scarlet Hollow, we're in our mid-20s. I probably should have mentioned that before, but that makes sense. Especially considering that we saw her before we came over for dinner, before we made the deal. It's not in what I would call a safe range, but it can be managed. Let me know if you feel any pain. The doctor leans over you, using her forefingers to prod your abdomen. She steadies you with a gentle hand on your shoulder. I'm interested in your thoughts about folks around town. Do you have something against me? When I first showed up, you were kind of scary. I'd like to know more about the clinic. So if you notice any distance, you can flirt. You could actually romance Dr. Kelly. So I find that very fun. How's my abs looking? Not bad, right? This exam is pressing. Are we almost done? I really appreciate you looking out for me, Doc. I'm gonna do this one. I really appreciate you looking out for me, Doc. No problem. Just doing my job. I feel negligent if I saw someone go through what you've gone through and didn't step in, even if there's not much I can do to help. I'd like to check out your lungs. Can you breathe into this for me? Make sure you keep a tight seal on it. Oh, I've done that before. That's kind of fun. You place the mouthpiece against your lips. Now blow out hard and keep going until you're out of air, okay? You do your best. You can tell it's a pitiful attempt. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'd expect given everything else. Again, I don't have data from before, but judging by your age and what I'm able to tell from a quick once-over, it's looking like you're the equivalent of at least a decade older, and not a good decade. I'm guessing the blood work is going to show about the same. She goes to a drawer and retrieves a needle. I love this. Whoa, hey, no needles. Are you going to feed my blood to your vampire son? Am I going to wind up some research guinea pig now? Are you going to write papers about me? How do I know you're not going to poison me with it? Okay, Doc, stick me with it. I'm going to ask her this one. Am I going to wind up some research guinea pig now? Are you going to write papers about me? I'm not that sort of doctor. I'm too busy for research. I just treat people and take care of my son. I have no interest in hyping you up as some kind of unfortunate marvel of medicine. But we should figure out what kind of damage you're dealing with before it gets any worse. See, she's a good doctor. I like that. I would like to have her as my doctor. Oh, I kind of wanted you to write papers about me or say nothing. Oh, I kind of wanted you to write papers about me. I'm sure someone out there would be delighted to do a case study on you. That someone is not me. But if you find them, I'm sure they'll appreciate the data we're about to collect. She proceeds to stick you with the needle. It stings, and needles often do. But it doesn't last long. The needle slides back out quickly, and she puts a cotton ball in the tiny hole in your skin, pasting a band-aid over top to seal in your vital juices. There, see? That's all we had to do. Not bad at all. Alright, that's all we can do for now. I'll make sure to notify you when I get the results, and I'll send them to your GP. You do have a regular doctor back home, right? No, of course I do. Doctors are too expensive. I don't have health insurance. I don't trust doctors. I kind of want to go with this one. I don't have health insurance. Oh, I see. Well, I'll give you a copy and hold on to one for my records, I suppose. You should look into getting some kind of health insurance. Even something off the marketplace is better than nothing, especially since you're... She glances at your newly aged face. Probably going to want to start getting regular checkups. You're free to go. You know how to find the door. Yeah, see, she's a good doctor. She just... Well, I won't spoil, but she starts busying herself with cleaning up her equipment. She'll be distracted, at least for a few minutes. Good, your appointment is done and you're free to explore as you please. Or rather, you're free to explore as you please. You've been caught by the pull of the object, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around the corner and toward a dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar, as if inviting you to enter. Turn on the lights. Ah! The lights click on. You're in the morgue. Beth? He squints, seemingly unsure whether you're the same person you met yesterday. What are you doing in the morgue? Flirt? Hi. Vampire! Or we could act completely as normal. You haven't seen Stella around, have you? She's been missing since last night. Oh my god, you died and she Frankensteined you back to life. Am I interrupting something? Okay, I have to ask. Are you human? She killed you. What are you doing in the morgue? I'm just gonna pretend I never saw this. I'm gonna ask this question. What are you doing in the morgue? I'm sure it looks weird. It's not like I expect anyone to come down here. I was just, practicing. A rehearsal, if you will. Not gonna lie, this kind of weird dude. I see. Being among the dead brings you comfort. Rehearse, you say. Get it? Hearse? I'm gonna do this one. I see. Being among the dead brings you comfort. Heh, I guess. I haven't really given it a lot of thought. His words seem distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance, and your eyes wander to the back hall of the morgue. You need to see what's back there. Follow the pull. You touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, are you okay? You feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder, and for a moment the thing on the other side of the blank white wall loosens its pull on you. You kind of looked possessed for a second there. You good? Make him understand. Why wall needs seething, but wall stand away. Let me inside. There's some kind of magic shit going on, man, but it's telling me I need to get behind that wall. I want to do this one. There's a stone carving on the other side of that wall, and I need to see it. Reese glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? This is probably a bad idea, but if you really need to get in there, I'm pretty sure there's an emergency axe somewhere upstairs. I just need to get the dock out of her hair. Should take 2 seconds. Get the dock out of her hair. Yes, please. Axe. My hand is shaky. I'm sorry. Yes, please. Axe. Sounds great. Lead the way. Yes, I will destroy the wall. I'm going to do this one. Sounds great. Lead the way. Sweet. Be right back. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. He seems excited, his usual down demeanor replaced with uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. You hear his soft voice filtering in through the open doorway at the top of the stairs. A hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom? He coughs gently. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally try to keep some juice down. It looks like we're all out, though. Really? I thought I'd just pick some up. I've got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some orange juice and some ginger ale, too. That would be awesome. Sorry to ask. I know you're probably busy. It's no problem. It doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed till I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall, then the front door opening and closing. It worked! The theatric rasp has left his voice, excitement rising in his place. Come on up, we don't have long till she's back. As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with it your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. It's one of those emergency fire axes, so it should be pretty obvious wherever it is, though I'm not sure where she would be keeping it. I'll show you around. Let's try the doc's office first. You make your way into the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see an axe in here. He's right. A cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets of medical supplies. But something on the desk catches your eye, some sort of records with your family's name on them. Read the files or move on, leave the files be. I'm going to see if I can read the files. Reese stops in the doorway, turning to watch you leaf through the documents. Find something interesting? They're your family's death certificates. Let's explore Pearl. Cause of death, sleep apnea, discovered by her daughter Tabitha I don't even know how to say that. Chrysanthemum? Scarlet, no autopsy performed. Tabitha's middle name is Chrysanthemum? Wonder who cursed her with that mouthful. Who said you could read any of these? I'm definitely going to make fun of her for that later. I feel like that was forbidden knowledge. Oh, I think it's pretty. Yeah, I'm definitely going to make fun of her for that later. Examine Edwardine Scarlet, born April 9th, 1913, or 9th of April, 1913. Died February 12, 2003, age 89. Cause of death, heart failure. Signed by her granddaughter, Pearl Scarlet. Pretty normal. Almost made it to 90. Died of a normal old person illness. Let's do Enoch. Enoch Scarlet, born September 9th, 1887. Died August 20th, 1957. Age 69. Cause of death, fall from cliff. Now that's interesting. This one has coroner's report attached. Organs sustained impact injuries, lacerations to the neck and body, consistent with fall from great height. Whoa, an actual autopsy report. Looks ancient. Should we do other? You quickly flip through a few of the other Scarlets whose names are quite as familiar. Theodore Scarlet, born May 24th, 1890, died 1918. Age 28, cause of death, crushed in mine collapse. Body not recovered. Signed by his brother, Enoch Scarlet. Oh, that's interesting. Joseph Scarlet, born April 1914, died June 7th, 1944. Louis Scarlet, born August 1920, died June 6, 1944. Both killed at Normandy in the line of duty, though this must have been Edwardine's brothers. Certificate of fetal death, infant boy, Andrew Charles Scarlet. Now, keep in mind, he has the middle name of Charles. Who else was named Charles? Or Charlie? Delivered April 3rd, 1945. Stillbirth. Mother, Edwardine Scarlet. Could it be that Edwardine and Charles Jr. had a little, as the entity said in The Haunting, cause of death, complications during birth, no doctor present, home burial. Alexander Scarlett, born December 12th, 1947, died August 20th, 1957, age 9, missing, presumed dead, signed by mother Edwardine Scarlett. Alexandra, the owner of the doll, so she went missing. Mary Belle Scarlett, oh, that's the gal whose portrait is in our room. Born September 3rd, 1946. Died October 30th. Oh, she died on Halloween. 1963, age 17. Cause of death, complications during childbirth. Signed by her mother, Edwardine Scarlett. Wow, that's love. Kids outlive. Reese's eyes flick up to the doorway, and a second later, you hear the sound of the front door handle being turned. His hand is on your shoulder before you even register what's happening, and you're pushed back and out of view of the front door. Shit, I'm not supposed to be in here. We gotta hide. He hurries to the closet door, motioning you inside. You slip past him and squish yourself into what little space is available in the nearly full closet. Reese is close on your heels. Let him in, or there's not enough room. I'm letting him in. You let him in. Together you listen as the doctor makes her way to some room deeper into the clinic. In the silence of the tiny closet, every breath seems too loud, as if you could expect Dr. Kelly to hear it from wherever she was across the house. We'd better wait a second, just in case. So we can flirt, we can quietly wait for the danger to pass, or we can keep your distance. I might quietly wait for the danger to pass. The two of you stand in tense silence, both crammed into the suffocating closet, taking shallow breaths, as if she could hear you breathing from the other side of the building. But the footsteps soon return. Dr. Kelly makes her way back towards your hiding place, creaking floorboards, broadcasting her location all the way to the hallway just outside your hiding spot. The footsteps return. They get louder, approaching the open office door, and then they stop. Much to your relief, she opens another door, leaving the main clinic. We're in the clear. We probably only got a minute or two before she comes back, so let's make it count. The medical supply room is probably our best bet. If any other room in the clinic is likely to have a fire axe, it's probably a room full of chemicals. This way. He motions you down the hallway, slipping through the slightly ajar door of what you assume to be the supply room. Yes, there it is. It's right there. Keys. Here we go. He rushes over to the cabinet that contains a bright red axe, pulling the glass door open. Your axe. Keen eye. A splash of brown catches your eye. There's a small sprig of what almost looks like furry berries, with a wide 8-pronged leaf still attached at the base. The end of the sprig is leaking sap onto the countertop. It's fresh. Also, remember when she said she had to pick up something from town? Keep in mind. Now we can. Keen eye. Reese stops mid-sentence as he notices you staring at the plant. He stoops to pick it up. Does she make her own medicine? He puts it down, but not before breaking off a berry and sliding it into his pocket. I don't think she's allowed to do that. She's not a pharmacist. This room is just restoring stuff she orders for patients from a pharmacist in Brevard? Brevard. Why would she be making her own? Before he can answer, the two of you hear something in the distance and turn to listen intently. That was the door from the house. Come on, if we hurry, we can get you back downstairs. I'll run the interference. Go downstairs, quick. You can hear her approaching now. Floorboards creaking in the hallway on the other side of the office. You follow Reese's instruction. Once again, starting down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guides you back into the morgue. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. I was right. We did already have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge. But there's no harm in having an extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. Oh, I'm just gonna chill in the morgue. I got my speakers, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all that industrial clanging you listen to. You know I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out in a refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Hey! Well, now, yes. Whoa! Let's do this. May I make the first blow? You listen to music that sounds like a wall being broken down. I should warn you, something spooky might happen when you break down that wall. I'm gonna ask him this. You listen to music that sounds like a wall being broken down? Of course I do. I'm sad all the time. Glad my taste in music is finally coming in handy. It's exactly the cover we need. Stop asking questions. It's time to see what's on the other side of that wall. Well, now, yes. Well. Let's do that. I'm going to do that. Let's do this. Have at it. You approach the far end of the morgue, axe practically singing through the air as you strike the wall. The first cut offers a surprising amount of resistance. There is some structure behind it, some wood frame holding it in place, trying to stand between you and what waits for you on the other side. You stagger back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Holy shit! The splintered edge frames a dark passage, seemingly cut into the side of the cliff, cold seeping from a forgotten place into your already frigid morgue. So, I think this was mentioned earlier, but I don't remember where. But the Doc and Reese's house was built on top of and also part of it used to be a psychiatric hospital, I want to say, or like a rest home, something like that. I don't quite remember. Reese coughs as he takes a better look at what lies behind the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back there. So he didn't know, which I find very interesting. Thick, stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthy mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward, and you climb into the hole. This is wild! I had no idea any of this was here. Entire hospital wing rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. Also, if you think about it, I find it really interesting that that's how long ago this seal was put, which probably means that the other two or three that we found so far were also put there around the same time. Excuse me. His voice sounds distant. Your sole focus is finding it. Your feet move without prompting, and you stumble down the hallway toward the far wall, barely registering the antique clutter as you stagger past it. Whoa, are you okay? You don't respond, and you don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. There it is. Enoch, I thought you weren't going to come. I was worried you'd leave me here forever. They said there's nothing they can do. I'll never use my legs again. Enoch, what am I going to do? Calm down, Teddy. This is what I was talking about before. This is Teddy, who supposedly died in the mine collapse, but he didn't. He just couldn't use his legs. And also remember, during the haunting, that entity that was locked up in the room said something about use your good legs and run away. So there will be more to come in the theory video. Calm down, Teddy. These doctors don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research, and I found this an alternative. We won't have to worry about anything from here on out, I promise. I went to talk to the witch. A witch? But that's nonsense. It's all right. It's all sorted. We're taking you home today, and everything will be resolved by this time next week. Everything goes black. And then you're in... I don't know if we want to... I kind of want to keep going a little bit. Also, let me check what time it is. 2:11. We've got enough time to go for a bit more. Your vision swims back into focus, and it takes a solid second or two to reorientate yourself. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. Hey, I was worried you slipped into a coma or something. You tore down the wall like a wild animal, found some weird carving, and collapsed. I think you might have had some kind of seizure. Are you okay? Wait, nothing spooky happened. The mountain didn't collapse on us. No ghosts. How did I get here? Does Dr. Kelly know I'm here? You didn't call an ambulance when I started seizing. I'm sorry, I can't say that right. I had a vision. I should probably get going. Cell's still missing a stone here. Finally stopped yelling at me. So what now? I think Dr. Kelly should look me over. These seizures can't be good for me. Wait, nothing spooky happened? The mountain didn't collapse on us? No ghosts? No, nothing. You just fell down, twitched a little, and when you seemed stable, I carried you back here. That was a few hours ago. But you have a delicate constitution. Thanks, man, I appreciate it. Phew, that's great. Maybe these carvings aren't all that bad. Maybe there's something spooky going on right now and we haven't realized it. Great, glad I have at least one normal day this week. Mostly normal day. Too bad I was hoping for some excitement. I'm gonna do this one. Phew, that's great. Maybe these carvings aren't all that bad. Too bad with your track record. I was kind of hoping you'd run into some unimaginable horrors. At least I know there's abandoned hospital wing in the morgue. I'm sure there's plenty in there to get creeped out by. I'm gonna do this one. I had a vision, like a hallucination. I have those sometimes too. Used to have them a lot as a teen. Always just weird little things like my hands would look wrong, or my neck would seem too long, or the room would feel smaller. I think the carvings are trying to warn me about something my family had secret. I think these are visions of things that have actually happened. Whatever these visions are, they're making me very suspicious of my family. These carvings include John's big gas pocket. Leave it at that. I want to do this one. I think these are visions of things that actually happened. Whoa, I wonder if you'd see anything else if you went back in there. Or if there are more around town. Maybe if you collect them all, you finally unravel whatever the big mystery is. Seems fun. I'm gonna do this one. Does Dr. Kelly know I'm here? No, I snuck you back into the house while she was busy in the medical storage room. Figured you wouldn't want to come to in the morgue. I should probably get going. Stella's still missing and the stone here finally stopped yelling at me. That might be a little tricky. The doc is on the warpath up there. I refuse to take my medicine. She's not happy about it. But after I looked this up, there was no way I was going to take anything she gave me. She's been poisoning me for years. I went ahead and blocked my door so she can't get down here. Now we just have to wait her out. You blocked your door? But why would your mom poison you? I don't want to be down here. I want to leave. I'm leaving. Let's find a distraction. How are we supposed to pass the top of my house? You blocked your door? Of course I did. Put a chair in front of it. It's never failed me before. We don't need her coming down here to finish me off or whatever it is she might do now that I know what her treatment plan has been all these years. Heck yeah, sleepover. But I need to leave. Makes sense, but now we're just locked in. So, what was your plan with that exactly? Good gives us time to figure out a game plan. How are we supposed to get out? I don't think you're acting rashly. They're holding me hostage down here until what exactly? So I'm your prisoner. I kind of want to ask that. How are we supposed to get out? We'll just have to figure out a plan. I'm pretty sure I could take her, but who knows what she has at her disposal. I've got some weird memories. I always thought they were dreams or hallucinations. Now I'm not so sure. I think she's used tranquilizers on me. Other times I've gotten too unruly for her. I don't know how much of these memories I can trust, but I'm starting to think I should believe my instincts when it comes to the lengths she's willing to go to keep me under her control. We'll wait till she's asleep, then we can at least get out of the basement and we can figure out what to do from there. I kind of want to ask this, but why would your mom poison you? I don't know. But the internet says this is castor bean. It's used to make ricin, a super deadly poison that causes some of my exact symptoms. And death, usually. The thing I can't figure out is whether she's trying to kill me slowly or if she just likes keeping me sick enough to be dependent on her. Either way, I don't think I ever had an illness. I think the illness was me growing up and becoming less easy to control. She sure found a cure for that. Rankin is really bad. How are you not dead? But we should get out of this basement soon. We need to get you out of here. Who knows what she'll do? With your evidence, we should be able to go to the cops. Maybe not the local cops, but A cops. Rankin is really bad. How are you not dead? I don't know. Maybe it's low enough dosage, or maybe I developed a tolerance. But I think the fact that I feel more and more alive by the minute is enough proof that she was keeping me sick. I don't even need solid evidence. We need to get you out of here. Who knows what she'll do when she finds out what you know? Where would we go? The only person I know who has a car is Kanika, and she's not answering her phone. I don't know anyone else. I don't have any other family to go to. I never even finished high school. When I get out of this house, I don't know how I can make sure I don't wind up right back down here. You can say it with me if you want. At least so you get on your feet. You can say it with me and we can figure it out together one step at a time. You can say it with me if you want. At least so you can get on your feet. As long as you're not allergic to cats. I live with a cat named Truck. He is terrible. Truck? That's a great name. I never had any pets. I hope it's not too late for me to learn how to be friends with a cat. He smiles, his eyes distant as he imagines the possibility of such a life, undoubtedly for the first time. Thanks, Beth. You have no idea how much this offer means to me. But I guess we've still got to pass some time before we can get out of here. A distraction seems like a good idea. As you can probably tell, I'm getting a little jittery. Maybe it's the lack of poison in my system for the first time in years, or the fact that my whole perception of reality has been turned on its head. Probably a combo. It does feel awful, to be honest. What if your mom does fall asleep? You could always draw me. I believe you owe me a showing of She Knows She Death Blood. Do whatever you do to kill time, preferably something that'll be during my mounting anxiety. I'm chill with whatever, just go with the flow. I'm gonna do this. You could always draw me. If you're sure you're okay with sitting for a portrait, I'd love to draw you. There's quality in the drawing that's almost like catching memories, as sappy as that probably sounds, but this can be a sort of snapshot of the night my life turned around. It's definitely a memory worth holding on to. I'll get you a chair. Oh, this is different. I have never done this one before. Usually we end up watching the movie. He excitedly hurries across the room, pulling up a couple of chairs. You see the difference in his energy now that he hasn't had a daily dose of poison. He's more talkative, less slouched, his long limbs no longer perpetually tucked in at his sides. May I touch your face? Sure, blush. Please do. Waggle your eyebrows. You don't even need to ask permission. Wait. Take his hand. Ooh. Wait. You reach forward and take his hand. His tenses. His eyes locked on yours. You feel his pulse and his delicate wrist, fast and nervous. Never mind. Let go of my... Maybe you could study my face more closely. Lean in to kiss him. Lean toward him. Stare meaningfully into his eyes. Ooh. I'm gonna... Reese stands stock still as you lean towards him, a slight nervous tremor in his shoulders. His cheeks flush red with more liveliness than you thought his sickly pallor could muster. He reaches back up to you, his fingertips resting lightly on your cheek. Trembling against you, he leans forward. There's a knock on the window. No! What are you doing? Beth, don't get any closer to that thing. It's time to go home. That voice. I know that voice. Is that who's been following you around? Well, another word. Wayne starts pounding on the window. Good luck, freak. That glass is shatterproof. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. What do you mean? Wayne is going to hurt you. He hasn't hurt anyone. Why did he call you that thing? You're being weird. I don't need you to protect me. Why did he call you that thing? Because he's some kind of monster. And he wants me dead. Can't you feel that? The murderous intent is practically oozing out of him. But I'm not weak anymore. I can fight back. I don't have to cower in fear from the people who want to hurt me. I can protect both of us, Beth. Here we go. The window shatters. As Reese tears at his clothes, paint bubbles out of the canvases. His ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional world, invading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand. I'll pull you out. Leave us alone. And a surge of violence, the change that had been buried inside Reese finally comes. As it manifests, the broken basement window is sealed off and weighing along with it. Run for the stairs. Stay where you are. I don't know what to do. We aren't safe, but I feel strong now. I think I can save us. Stay here. I'll be right back. I just have to deal with the dog. Not the dog. Reese storms up the stairs, leaving you with his smears. Call Tabitha for help. Try to warn Dr. Kelly. You're not sure who to help, but it's to follow Reese and see how things turn out. Try to leave. Wait for Reese in the basement. I'm going to call Tabitha. You dial your cousin's number. Hey, where are you? I'm at the clinic. I think Dr. Kelly is in danger. There's a monster in the loose. What do you know about Reese? Reese transformed into a monster and is on some kind of rampage. Can you come pick me up? Reese is going to kill his mom. Also, he's a werewolf or a vampire or something. Clinic! Emergency! Scary! Reese is going to kill his mom. Also, he's a werewolf or a vampire or something. Oh, what? I always knew there was something that smelled off about that kid. They put, I'm on my way. Don't get eaten. Your cousin hangs up the phone. Try to warn Dr. Kelly. You make your way to the door that beckoned to you yesterday, all intrigue now washed away. You know where it leads, and you know what secrets the stone that lurked in the forgotten basement of that clinic had to share with you. Now this clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper into the doctor's office, there is a monster preparing to do something unthinkable. Open the door. You grasp the handle and turn. Duck! Huh? What? Where? Don't shoot! Psst, don't tell me what to do. Duck. You do as she says, ducking out of the way. She shoots. The gun isn't very loud. There's only a pop as a projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing through the air. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. He pulls the tranquilizer dart out from between his ribs, heaving heavy breaths as the drug courses to his system. You're going to have to try harder than that, you bet. No, how did you? Wayne! As if you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows out between cracks in the wood. Reese is panic, pulling in a mob of furious spears to hold his enemies in place. The artist darts away, but the smears continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway, and Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of pain. Run after Dr. Kelly, run to a nearby room. I'm going to run after Dr. Kelly. You run forward, braving the onslaught of the smears, dodging them as best you can as you try to see where Dr. Kelly went. The door in front of you is smothered in paint. Hey! Dr. Kelly's voice crackles out of an unseen speaker. You, Beth. I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help the both of us. You survived! What is going on? What the hell is your son, ma'am? I'm sure Wayne can handle this. I'm not helping you. You're poisoning him. You're sure to pay the price. What, so you can keep poisoning him forever? Christ, is that how this happened? You helped him sleuth that out? Well, good job. Now you get to see why I would choose to give my own son lethal doses of poison every day. If I don't, he turns into a murder machine. I need you to get to the medical storage room. I'll give you further instructions once you're there. Head to the medical storage room. You turn back around and head to the medical storage room. I'm here. Great. Now listen to me. I need you to use the black tape key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. It's a bottle labeled carfentanil. Bear tranquilizers clearly aren't going to cut it anymore. An intercom system, huh, Doc? Good. You should hear this. Beth, you don't have to do anything she says. I'm not going to hurt anybody else, just her. If I don't, you and I both know she's just going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers. Did I hear that right? And shove me back down the basement, or maybe someplace even worse, and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. I feel amazing right now, better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous. She's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for what she's taken from me. He has a point, Doc. I'm not going to let you kill someone, Reese. Can't you two just get along? I don't feel like I should get in the middle of this. I just want to go home. I'm on Reese's side. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. Wayne, help me. I'm not going to let you kill someone, Reese. Why not? She wasn't afraid I might die. Does she know those tranquilizers aren't going to kill me? Does she care? Trust me, Reese. I've always been careful with your medication. I want you to live. I love you. Tell yourself whatever lies you have to, Mom. If you wanted a good relationship, you had your chance. And you decided to convince me I was dying instead of just letting me exist. Uh-oh. Don't try to spin it like some kind of crime of passion now that the consequences are staring you in the face. Enough! Reese cries out in pain. Ah, what the hell did you do to my shoulder? Kenai, you see, for the briefest instant, something coming out of Wayne's sleeve. Just a flash of pale yellow. Then it's gone, slithering back into Wayne's clothes. I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. The two stagger out down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. Explore. Grab the tranquilizers or just head for... I'm going to grab the tranquilizers. You do as she says. The tranquilizers are easy to find. marked with a small square black tape to match the key. She's certainly an organized woman. Head for the safe room. You make your way out of the medical storage room and back to the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door, slowly breaking about the mass of paint keeps sealing it shut. Hurry! I don't think I can keep it open for long. You slip past her into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly, though one of the little smears manages to slip past her. She stomps on it. Painted viscera splatters across the cement floor. Okay, so I think we're going to stop here because this still takes a little while, and then we have the outcome of this current issue. So, we're going to stop here for now. I'm going to save and then quit. But yeah, you know how there are certain experiences, and that's why we were as main character were asking, wait a minute, nothing weird happened? That's something weird. That's something weird that happened. Reese is actually some kind of creature. And we'll start up next time talking to Dr. Kelly. And we will find out more information about how that happened, what could be the possibility, that kind of thing. So, excuse me again. So, in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this, and I want to wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day. I probably won't post it all this weekend. Again, not entirely sure when the next episode will come out, but I basically kind of decided that we're going to wait until that we're going to continue on with this playthrough, but we might start another playthrough once the big update comes on the 3rd of March. So if you guys would be interested in that, let me know. Otherwise, we might go with Oxenfree next, or we might go with, Tavern Talk next. But yeah, so let me know what you guys prefer. Thank you again for listening to me, for watching me, and, I will talk to you later. Bye.